Hey there, Lexi Caldwell, Associate Broker, Century 21 Affiliated, back for another video about real estate stuff. So this week I thought it was really fitting that we talk about like showing etiquette. Um, Obviously things are a little bit different right now. Showings are legally limited to 4 people. You're needing to wear personal protective equipment. Obviously you should use hand sanitizer probably before you go in and before you leave. The sellers are in a situation of, wiping things down and leaving things open for you. Hopefully they're leaving, some of the cabinets open, closets and doors and things like that. So really the only one that should be touching anything in the house is the agent. So that's some of the new stuff. But from here on out, I want to talk about like the very basics of showing etiquette. I think one thing that you forget when you go into a house is that, especially if someone's living there, that's somebody's home, right? I know when we sold our house, it's so hard to have strangers in your house. It really is. And so it's really important that, your agent and you as the buyer are respectful of that. I guess at the very beginning there, when you go in the home, if they want you to remove your shoes, then do it. Like leave them at the rug. If, they don't say, then obviously they understand that people are going to wear their shoes. I probably, like a lot of you, don't really like to wear my no shoes in a strange house. So I have shoe covers, and most of my listings I'll leave shoe covers as well. I have just some of the disposable, actually they're right behind me somewhere, but in one of those totes, just the little fabric ones that like when the cable guy comes to your house, he puts on those blue throwaway. I usually have some of those in my car if one of my buyers wants those, or like I'll put a little basket next to the front door at my listing. Now I'm going to be listing a place. I did the pictures today, but this house is in bad shape. So not bad shape, but it needs a lot of work. So, obviously we're not anticipating people taking their shoes off there. But if this is a home where people live and maybe they have little children, that was one thing that kind of stressed me out, was having people in the house, tracking in the ick from the outside. When our son was little, it's just all very stressful. So I think just really remembering that that's somebody's home, and don't do anything in there that you wouldn't do at your house, right? And obviously being respectful that this isn't your mom's house or your brother's house. So which kind of leads me to my next thing, is like not using the bathroom there. I mean, I'm not going to say I've never used a bathroom at a listing. Like there's been times where like, you're out in the middle of nowhere and you've looked at 5 houses. You just try to avoid it, right? And I think like sellers understand that too. Like I've been on showings where there was a little girl, and every house we went to, she had to pee. And so it's like, really, in fact, that was the time we tested the water, we turned on the sink, we flushed the toilet, and everything worked fine. And when she went to the bathroom in the toilet, then it wouldn't flush. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so, like, I had to call the agent, and I'm like, listen, this happened. She had to go, and we tested it out and everything seemed fine, but then like it wouldn't flush. So I don't know what happened. And she was very gracious and was like, it's fine, no big deal. And it was really funny because I was like, well, it's just little girl pee. She was like 5. So I don't know that makes a difference, but whatever. So just, maybe stopping at a gas station. I know I've been on showings where we were way out in like Williamston, and we were going all over, and we stopped at the gas station, kind of regrouped and used the bathroom and things like that. That was obviously before all of this, but so just being very respectful of somebody's home, and trying not to, use the bathroom, trying not to, I don't think every drawer needs to be opened, like pantries, closets, maybe a cabinet or two in the kitchen. You will want to look under the sinks, especially in the bathrooms and in the kitchen, to kind of look and see if there was any leaks under there. Um, but you're going to get to do all of that stuff during your inspection. So I don't know. Um, but your agent will walk you through this. And I think the biggest thing is just, putting yourself in the position of the seller. And would you want a stranger in your house doing what you're doing? Just thinking about it that way and being respectful. But I think that's about everything. You as a seller, if you could provide some of that thing. So some of those things, or maybe your agent will. I do as the agent, is those shoe covers and stuff like that, having those there to encourage people to put those on if they're not comfortable taking their shoes off. I think just both parties trying to look at it from the other perspective. As a seller, I know my house is clean, but the buyer might not know that. So giving them the option to cover their shoes with those shoe covers, I think really is the best way to go. And once we get on the other side of all of this, I think you'll be able to get those very easily. I ordered, I think, like 100 of them on Amazon for like $15 or something. They're super cheap, and it's just a good idea. So if you have any questions about anything real estate or anything at all, shoot me a message. And thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.